Friday show for you. Let me bring up the guest and let's get into it. We have Chris Corvin in the house. We got your boy Blue Loco in the house.
Hey, what it do?
We got 3XG Fitz in the house.
Hey, peace and positive vibes, everybody.
And yours truly, Wiccid Lo is in the house.
There we go.
Yo. Loco, what
Wait
up,
a minute,
everybody?
I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go nuts over here. You don't understand what's happening to me.
For the boy, too tempted, baby. Go. Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we were doing was that we were just getting to know each other off stage, and I want you guys to introduce yourselves again on stage, because pretty much everybody kind of knows each other. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go around where it's me, Chris, Blue Loco, Wicked, and then 3XG Spitz. Okay, let's go.
Blue Loco, artist, co-host of a podcast, entrepreneur. Just a long list of things. Man of many talents. Like my man say, positive vibes. Positive vibes.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Matt Spencer. You guys know me as 3XG Spitz in the music world. I also run Sky V Radio, the online streaming service and stuff like that. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody's time here. I'm really looking forward to meeting all the new people in this network, and I appreciate be considered to be part of it. So thank you very much.
Yeah. It's your boy Wicked Lo, 210 and TCO. You dig, family? You're calling a boy, you dig. You're an artist, engineer, beat maker, the whole shebang bang. Uh, podcast too, everything. We do everything positive vibes, like said, positive vibes. You dig?
Yes. Okay, one of the things was that I'm not on my computer tonight because of the sound. I haven't worked out the sound yet on why it was sounding crazy. So I do not have my I can't pull up the songs that you guys have sent me to play. What I am going to do is while we're talking in the minutes, pull it up on either Spotify or YouTube. So that way we can get the music out, get the music going. I know Blue Loco will be back on. He was pulling up to the house, so he'll be back on in a few. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this started, this party started right. First of all, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate that. Okay, I want to make sure y'all are streaming on your platforms. Hello to everybody out there that are watching or going to hit a replay with us. This is Fire Bars Friday with Journey and Gems with Farley and friends. Okay, so let's go. We don't have to be cheesy anymore. Okay. So since you guys have a long laundry list, let's go by this. Chris, I got to know you from writing. Okay, so tell me, how did you journey into the world of writing? Awesome. Wow. Yeah. Now that's something new that I didn't know. You see, I got to keep talking to you because that screenwriting, I'm like, oh, another gem, another gem. I got to, okay. Same thing with you, 3XG Spitz. Talk to me about what made you journey into music.
So I've been around it since I was born. Both my parents do music. My mom, she plays violin, piano. She's a singer, and plays bass guitar. My father plays keyboard. He's a bass guitar and a regular guitarist by trade and sings as well. So I was on the road my whole childhood. We never had a home. We lived in hotels because back then, like the hotels would flip the bill. You know what I mean? If you had a band. So my parents had a manager. The manager bought the band a van. Um, we toured my whole life until I was about 5, and then my parents split up, but they still continued doing music. And I just love it. So I feel like my parents, unfortunately, the internet wasn't hot like back then. So like I feel like they didn't get their fair shot. I want all the energy that they put around me and in me. I mean, I used to be with BB King and stuff like that, Trent Reznor and stuff. Like my parents were up there with the people, but never made it through. And I want that energy that they put into it because they spent their whole life that I can remember doing that. I wanna show that energy went into something and it's gonna actually make a difference. So that's what got me really into it.
Wow, that's captivating. That has to be so interesting to be doing that. And you're right. And hopefully, do you have any of their music still that we could end up playing sometime on the show?
I don't, but I can find some of my dad's. My mom, I'm trying to get her to come up here in the studio,
Mm,
and record. So one of the songs that I sent you, unfortunately, it's not on YouTube. Um, we can try. Maybe I can present or something and try to let you hear it. But the
yeah.
one song I sent you was I wrote for her. So she's been a singer. When my dad and her had the band, my dad wrote the music and she would sing it. So I didn't know that until recently. I was like, Mom, why don't you just write a song? Come up. I got the whole studio now, And she's like, Well, your dad wrote the songs. And I was like, Oh, so I wrote her a song. She's an ordained minister. I'm pagan, so we have a little bit difference how we see religion and things like that. But we align on so much, and she's accepted me, after a couple of years of talking about it. She's accepted that I see things differently, and she sees that I move in a positive way no matter what. So but I come from a Christian background, so I use that to write the lyrics for this song called How to Live. And yeah, I'd love to let you guys hear it sometime tonight.
Oh yeah, and in fact, what I'll do is that instead of having to look up your music, whatever you want to play tonight, then I'll go ahead and cue you, and you can pull up your music.
Okay.
Mr. Wicked Low,
Peace. What's going on?
if you don't answer the question, see, here we go. See, Chris, you understand what, and you gonna understand too, 3XG Spitz, because see, this is my brother right here. This is the
Yeah.
Brigadier of Two Tempted ENT.
Okay. Okay.
And so he's kind of that underground RZA, where he brought
Yeah.
all 9 of us together, and I'm their spoken word artist, and the rest everybody raps, sings, and does that kind of stuff. And Chris, I don't know if you got to hear my latest with A Man's Desire, but you should hear him sing on that. He
Don't do
broke
that.
out in song. He broke out in song, Chris. I said, "Oh no!" Yes, because I mean, and it was a challenge for me because of that going very soft. I had to be very soft and very, sensual and sexy, And then, but when he broke out the song, and it was last minute. I didn't even know about it until last minute. I said, "Oh snap!" Go ahead, brother Wicked.
Oh man, this baby put me on the speed that. so, um, so yeah, I'm lost. So the question was how to get started doing music.
Yes. What was it made you going down that journey?
Music is literally like I was actually doing a project an assignment for class where I kind of spoke on this, but music actually kind of was I was kind of born into it pretty much. Like my father, like Spitz said, like my father had a band called Hitchcock Funk with his brother and his friends back prior, way before we were born, before he went to the military. My mother was a poet; she sung, you know what I'm saying. And I believe they told me, or they thought my grandmother she told me something about the Belizean anthem was also done by a family member. So it just, you know what I mean. So I think it was just in me. My brothers did it too, but I was pretty much the one that kept it going. So that's pretty much it is what it is. This is what it is. Like my brother kind of brought it out of me. Like he kind of, I guess he saw the spark and was like, you know what? My brother
Mhm.
saying he's actually on the song with Sean Price.
Hmm.
Sean on the Welcome to Boot Camp album. He was the
Nice.
one that kind of brought it out of me. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of just he saw it was there. He just kind of like, hey, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it happened. Pretty much.
Okay. You know what I like is that the thread of all of us is that we all had music in our family. We all had people who were writing in our family. So it was embedded in us, and we just took that spark and ran with it. And so that's something that is just amazing. Let me go ahead with, oh, shoot, you know what? I see. That's why I got to put this phone on do not disturb because people be just trying to talk to me. Come on, come to the show. Come to the show, y'all. Put your
Right?
comments in here.
Yeah,
So, instead of having to ask you guys who influenced you growing up, because we hear it's definitely within your parents. Let me go ahead and ask something to Chris for a minute. What are the names of your published works as far as novels?
You
I think you
muted,
got
bro.
yourself on mute.
oh,
Nice.
Oh, wow. Wow. See, okay, wait a minute. I got time to digest. Okay, co-host, do your job. Look.
you snapping,
Oh,
don't
wow,
you
that's
snapping,
nice.
you snapping.
Yeah, snaps. Oh, wow. Because see, I knew that you and Wicked had that in common with that horror. And
Oh yeah,
so what we
that's
got in the
snap.
works coming up together is going to be kind of in that spirit of being able to go there. So it's going to be neat to translate it, but I can't wait to read it because I have not read the horror yet. I've read your poetry and stuff. I'm scared to go there in my head.
Hey,
Uh-huh. I think because of who you are, that I will give it a go. Because I had to know Wicked Low to understand his videos, not his music, but his video choice. Because that stuff would scare the mess out of me. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm thinking of a whole nother life going on over here. And he's showing me something, and wait, I'm going to run. They're going to be like, where is this woman going? I'm going to be screaming down the street.
I just want to tap in for a second with
Yes,
that. Add on to it, real quick. So, Kristie, pretty much you saw about this song I had called. Well, I kind of did a couple of videos like that, but I think the main one was "Demons Inside," and that
yes.
song is actually, even though I did the video is metaphorically, but if you listen to the songs, I'm speaking about the demons, literally like what I'm going through mentally. You know what I'm saying? But what I did was I took what I'm going through mentally, and I kind of like try to put it in a visual sense, like, okay, you're literally being chased around by your demons. You know what I'm saying? So from with everything I've been through, and then on top of that, I rock with the idea of the horror because the name Wicked, my brother gave me that name because when I was real young, that's what I was into. So the lyrics, what I was rapping about would be like, "See, I eat your brains like Skittles and shit like that." You know what I'm saying? So it's like some craziness off the wall, and I think and honestly, yeah. So that was actually a big part of my upbringing, too, as far as lyrically. But yeah, That's what's up. But I got to see that. Read that.
And see,
You
that
did.
was the first video I saw of yours. And again, when I listened to it, I had a whole different thing in mind. I understood what you were saying. Once I saw it, I got scared. And I was just like, oh, shoot. Like, somebody come hold me. I'm scared.
Looks like a horrorcore, man. But
But I want to ask 3XG Split, since we're talking about it, do you like horror?
I never really did because I'm like really spiritual and it really bothered me as a kid. But now, every woman I've dated likes it, so I'd watch it.
there you go.
You got to. But I it always bothered me as a kid. So besides Chucky, which I thought was hilarious, because it didn't ever
Oh, yeah.
look scary to me because it just looked so stupid. I came from the hood. I seen people really get murdered right next to me. That was scary. But like Chucky just was so outlandishly fake, like with the gore, that I couldn't process because I know what real fear really felt like, you know? So yeah, but some of the other stuff with the spiritual stuff where you see like stuff moving and stuff, like I've seen it really happen too. So to me that's frightening. I don't really like that type of stuff. But I'll watch it if it means I get to get close to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
We know it's crazy. That's what I went through as well. So like I told Chris when I like my if I had to make a movie about my life, it would be like street shit, but it would also be like kind of a horror movie because as I was
Yeah.
younger growing up, I've seen a lot of, let's say, spiritual things happen in front of my face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and it could have been due to like after my brain surgery when I died, but nobody knows. All I know is like as I got older, when I really got to really understand certain things like the spiritual realm and everything, but I really got to see these things. So,
Right.
which, like you said, is a scary thing for a child, but
Facts.
you understand that, get older. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Chris, I wanted to ask you, when did you start dripping creativity and how did you become a part of Creative Catalyst? Before I say anything, hi to Michael Zach Rich. Hi to Tyler Hess. Thank you for joining us. All right, Chris, you're up. Mm.
Nice.
Right?
Let's
That's
go.
awesome, man.
Let's go.
Definitely, man.
Awesome.
Yes, nice. Oh, wow, that's right. I am loving what you are doing and where you're going with this, and keep rocking with you. I have more questions after
Yeah.
that, but let me throw something to 3XG Spitz real quick. Uh, you have what form of autism do you have, and how did that positively and negatively influence your music career?
It's like Asperger's, something like that related to that, and ADHD. And negative, I think with my career, it doesn't so much affect it. Growing up, it did. Um I can speak far better when I make music. And also like a lot of times like right now I'm trying to think about what I say first and it's like kind of like I program how the words have to sound to try not to stutter so that I, can speak properly. So I think when I'm doing music, that doesn't happen. So it doesn't affect that, but maybe the ability to do a lot of the things that I do because I do it in house primarily. So like I have a QCon Pro like DAW controller. I have my own studio. I do most of my own album artwork. I do all my video editing and stuff here. So I think that you know maybe having the ability to be good at computers and and see both sides, both worlds, you know, from like growing up in the projects and stuff like that to being part of the business world. I think that it's just been beneficial. I wouldn't say that it has hurt my career.
That's beautiful. As everybody else here knows, that my oldest daughter, she's 33 years old. Shout out to my beauty. My oldest daughter with autism, she has the PDD at the time, which was called pervasive developmental disorder, which now they just say ASG, but I'm like, whatever,
Mhm.
you know, excuse me, ASD, but at that time, it really meant that neurologically, she was not going to go to a certain age in life, and she would not be able to understand certain things. So that's where I pull, because I always got to see her gifts and what she was great at, you know. So I got to understand the world. That's how my parents had taught me when growing up about people and seeing different types of people. And so I was multi wherever I was going, you know. So I got to learn about disabilities. I got to learn about everybody's culture,
Mhm.
not just my own. It was also to celebrate it all. So when it came to my daughter having autism and it being so new, because it was early 90s, that they wanted to go ahead and put her in an institution. So I champion those that do have it and say, you know what, this is what makes it so beautiful for me in my
Right.
life. You know, it's a journey one way, but we can look at the other way. Like you said, you can see other things. You can do those kinds of things where I will, you know, where other people just can't. So it's nice to shine on who we are and being able to own those things and say, this is what's beautiful about me.
Absolutely.
That was nice. Hmm.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Like and it's like certain songs, like if I end a bar with S, I can't start the bar with S that comes after it. I cannot do the sound. I don't know why. If I do it individually, like punch, I can do it. Stop, then punch in, starting the word at S, but I can't end and start in one succession. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I understand, man. And it's hard because like we're both doing public speaking, so like you really have to think before you start speaking. Like, yep, exactly. Yep. People don't even understand everything it takes to just have a conversation with normal folks that we're not comfortable with. You know, when we're comfortable around each other, we might speak fast, but when we're on these things, we can't. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, what I'm gonna do is, since you guys haven't heard it yet, I'm gonna play "A Man's Desire" featuring Velo's Dog and Wicked Low. Let's take a moment and let's just get into it.
Nice.
A man's desire. Let's lay by the fire. Become lovers, not liars. I'm gonna work at it higher until I scream, you are my fire. After a hard day, I will massage you from top to bottom. Our conversations are thought provoking, not met with cruel criticism, or threatening with an ultimatum. Being able to work out any problems, you foresee, and let them blossom. You are a gentleman I admire. My mind, body, spirit, fire. The trials and tribulations. Could everybody hear that?
Kinda. Smart man, smart man.
I know that's right.
Smart man.
So that was what shocked me. I want to play some music in between as we're talking and stuff. So that was one of the things that I was just on my heart. Like, wait a minute, we gotta play this song. Just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for a moment, because that was inspiring for me to do. Was everything I do is like always like a militant or an advocate or something like that. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just embrace womanhood.
Absolutely.
You know, so I like the way that Velo's dog came in with it, and then, like I said, Wicked shut it down when he was singing. When he kicked out with that, I was like, oh no! Right?
Man,
Like,
I
I
definitely mess
mean,
with that.
thank you. Like, we see. I can't even talk about him no more. I don't even want to talk about him no more. Brother, you got something to say?
I just had fun doing it. I wasn't gonna. I had it in my mind. I wasn't gonna tell you. I was gonna send it, kind of like I did with Unleash That was it. Unlearn That System. I just sent it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like one of those things. I just felt it. I was in there. I was, I was mixing it down and everything, throwing the last touches on it for you. And it was such a big space, and I was like, you know what? So I just kind of heard it in my head at that time. So I didn't write it down. I just jumped in front of the mic, turned it on, and hit record, and just did it. That's pretty much. It was fun. I was just having fun with it. Like, hey, why not? Just try this.
That came out great though.
Oh, no. Huh?
Yep, that came out great. Now you got a whole nother tool in your arsenal to do some more stuff.
I appreciate it.
Got to.
I appreciate it.
And
The
see, and
RV
that's
with
why I go to him like really on just bended knee, like, thank you, brother, because he's been the one that's produced my first 3 albums.
Nice.
And so him doing these 3, and it's also with coming up will be Human Paradise with Hayes. And then one where I have Queen of Heartbreak. And I've been putting out these singles behind French Cafe. Well, it was supposed to be all one album. Unfortunately, I have several different producers going on with it. So I said, you know what, bunk it. Let me just put them out like this and see how people can listen to that one song and get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I drop on the 20th of every month right now, because I'm just trying to overdo it. I'm older, so I got like 8 good years left before I can't. I'm too old to perform and stuff. So I say I'm gonna go hard.
Right. Okay,
You want me
that
to really
old.
tell you? I don't tell people, but I'm gonna say it on here. I'm 42, man.
Hey, you young.
No, I'm not
Older
calling
than
you
I'm
old.
older than both of them. I'm older than
No,
both
I
of
wouldn't
y'all.
do
What
that.
you trying to say, son? What you trying to say, son?
You know how the game goes, though. They be hating on us OGs in this joint.
Enough for my grandfather already. I mean, I want to hear that. Oh,
Facts.
so, facts. And I ain't gonna me personally. Like, I love doing it. For me, it's always been a therapy, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I see new Earth,
Right.
Wind, and Fire members all the time. So if they can do it, why can't we do it?
Facts. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. My mama always liked
Right.
them.
Yeah,
And
that was
true,
my
babe.
father's favorite.
Oh, my
My
wife's
bad,
in
guy.
there. She said there's people in their 60s. I said, yeah, true, babe.
Right. Facts. Like and like my father, that was one of his favorite groups and shit. And ironically, that's what he decided to name me after the lead singer, Maurice White. You know what I mean? So
Wow, that's so cool,
yeah,
man.
Hell yeah. No,
Because
when he
like,
told me
you
that, I
know,
was
just
like,
yeah.
yeah. No. No. Ironically, that was after conception.
Oh, oh my goodness, that's y'all are crazy. Well, here's one thing, and then I'm gonna take it to you, 3KG Spitz. You have a song for us that we can hear?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
All right, let me get this.
No.
We'll share out this screen here. Let's see. Share screen. Share screen.
I
Allow.
wonder if I could do that too.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay.
But to do audio, unfortunately, they make you do the whole screen. But once you get that shared out, it should have the audio. And like, let's see. Let me go here.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna read. Michael Zachrit said, "If I made a movie about my life, it would just be a close up of a rotten banana peel for 96 minutes."
That's my homie. He does a lot of music. If you look up Mike Z, he's a musician as well, man.
And he said, "If I had a podcast, the CA would put me in a hole." Dang.
Yeah, I love Mike Z.
Thank you for tuning in.
Definitely. So you if you approve my screen share, I have it already set up and I have all the songs ready.
Okay, so I
Let's
don't see where it's telling me to do something.
It should kind of look like somebody entered, like a new person entered, you know? Because there's one
I
that
see
says
it. Got you.
cool. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I'll go back to the browser. Yeah, that was
That's
trippy for a minute.
wild.
That was trippy. So you guys see my email, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you hopefully let me know if you don't hear anything. So I know that we're trying to go as clean as possible. So I have some different stuff in here, but the first one we talked about already was the one I wrote for my mom, the Christian song. So I think that's probably the one we should hear first. And
Okay.
that's called How to Live. So let me know if you hear the audio. If you don't, then I'll work on it and I'll fix it.
Okay. No, I don't hear
Nope.
anything.
You don't hear it?
No.
No.
I wonder if it's playing. I got an idea. Maybe it wants it on the same browser as we're already on. So that's possible. Give me 1 second. I'll just log into my email in here.
Oh, that's cool. See, I wouldn't know nothing about that. I just wouldn't be playing my music.
Well, yo, my wife hates that, bro. She's like, why don't you? And on my phone, too, like all the notifications thing, she hates it, bro. All right, let me see if hopefully this one will let y'all hear it.
You are a wizard, man. I'm telling you. I would have been and said, okay, forget it. Let's go to the next thing. There's no way. You're doing it just as easy breezy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it though, because I can't wait. When I listen to it, I want everybody else to hear what I heard. Like I was really impressed.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know why, but it did not seem like it wanted to. I don't think you guys could hear it, I guess. It's supposed to. I'll stop sharing and reshare and let me see if it'll let me, because I can do image file, video file, and share. All right, and then it says audio. Okay, also share tab audio. Okay, so then I want to share this tab here, share. Okay, can you try to approve that one? Okay, now I'm gonna try this. Let's hope this comes through.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Tell me how to live. I've been right here, yeah, I've been through it all. It's big strides to the top, but don't stop, cause it's one day you on top to have it all. Have it all. You can't tell me how to live. I've been right here, yeah, I've been through it all. Do it all. It's big strides to the top, but don't stop, cause it's one day you on top to have it all. Have it all. answers in life. Then God hit me right back, so I knew that I'm right. It's a struggle when you change your life. I'm living through Christ. I've seen a life full of sin before my life got nice. Don't be scared of your past, the future's right in your hand. Yeah, this life goes fast, it's more than feet in the sand. Cause you won't ever be alone, God knows that you can. Like I'm holding the phone and God told me the plan. On the way to being righteous, ain't no way that you can fight this. You can't tell me how to live, God's the reason that I'm like this. Out here blessing people, I'm for worship till the light hits. Every Sunday I'm reminded there's a Holy Spirit shining. It's all for a reason, something divine about timing. Every season ain't easy until you reach out and find them. You gotta hold it together, I told them all about timing. Faith is strong in any weather, follow him like he's Simon. You can't tell me how to live. I've been right here, yeah, I've been through it.
But that's that one. That's that one. I don't want to take. I know we're gonna let everybody play, so I'm played that one so y'all can hear that one. Thank you, brother.
Definitely dig it. Definitely dig it. That was
Thank you
hard.
so
I
much.
like that.
Yeah, that was something that's why I said that whole smoothness and the whole vibe. It's something different. It's memorable. That's
Thank
what
you
that's
very
what I'm
much.
talking. You know, like it's one of the things that sticks in your head. Like, yeah, who is that? You know what I mean? You'll stop and ask who, and you'll punch it in. You know what I mean? Whatever you're using, it's like you want to hurry up, go ahead and punch it in, so that way you know and save that bad boy. Like I got to hear that again
Thank you so
because
much.
you know what I mean? Like you got that. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till
Anybody
my
want to
mother
ask a
sings one.
question?
I could do that for sure, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I'd love to be. I'd love to be.
Like, there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yes.
Yep. And vice
And
versa.
that's exactly what we did. That's how we met Chris, and we've been able to do his show, and it's just wonderful and fun and enjoyable and factual, and it's just like it's family, you know. It's like your people out there, your tribe.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to being on there too, man. Definitely, and I'd love to have you on my stuff that I'm developing too, because yeah, I'm working on a whole media network too. So I want to also try to syndicate with some people that have great podcasts to have some replays or maybe develop some shorts, because I'm trying to help people that have great long form content get people to come to it, because a lot of times like people don't understand long form content. They want to just have that big part of information or something that drives them in. And so I've been working on doing the shorts and learning this marketing thing. A lot of people like from the underground scene, like they always want to stay, they love being underground, but they don't want to learn what it takes to actually like make something go off. And I'm like, you guys don't understand, like a lot of you are better rappers and better rappers than even myself, but you have people, no disrespect, but like Lil Pump that audibly is not the best rapper, but look at his marketing, look at what he's done. So you can't say he's not successful. You can say that he doesn't make the best music, but can you really? Because it's still he's still making money. So you can't really, you know what I mean? It's not the taste that they want, but sometimes you got to learn other aspects to bring people into what's really real, that's what I'm trying to do. Absolutely, man. That's great. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, indeed. Guys are always welcome here. No matter what segment we have, this is what it's about. It's about community. It's about getting together and expanding. Reach one, teach one, and all them good phrases like that.
Absolutely.
So, with Wicked, do you
Yep.
have something that you want to play, or you want me to
Sure.
pick something up?
Sure. Why not? I might as
Cool.
well. Like, sure.
So,
Bring it. Yeah.
wait a minute. Let me. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
shoot! Wow, we got the guard code red.
There you go.
Yo,
Oh man!
what's up?
What it is? What it is?
How y'all
Yeah.
doing?
Peace. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Oh,
Can y'all
what?
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, if y'all don't know who he is, okay, this is the guard code red, the surgeon. I
Uh,
play his music. I found his music on Christina White's show, and I have been a follower and fan ever since. I would go out campaigning. I would use his music. When I would do my meditative dance that you could find on YouTube, I did his music. You know, I was able to infuse his music, his voice, and everything else. And we're definitely gonna play a song right after Wicked. You got yours going on?
Yeah.
That's
We're
love.
gonna see, like, let me know if y'all can hear this good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we'll go from there. You did.
Okay.
This song right here is off of the new project. It's called Inside My Mind. It's me and OG Cali Blue. This particular song is called Stuck in My Past, which is myself, OG Cali Blue, and the homie Dutch 100. Shout out to them both. So here it go. Let me know if y'all can hear it good. Let's see
All
what
right.
happens.
Lord no.
Y'all can hear it good?
Nah, I think
No.
it's doing that audio cutout thing because it thinks it's background
All right.
noise and not your
Here
voice.
it is. I'll tell you what, what's your email address?
3, like just how my name is up there, at gmail.com. 3xg
Oh,
spits, one word, at
you want me to
gmail.com.
do YouTube or Spotify?
YouTube.
YouTube, gotcha. I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay, so Cobra, go ahead and introduce yourself while I'm going to play one of your songs. I'm looking up it now,
Okay.
please.
Okay, for sure. I go by the Guard Code Red. I really make motivational music, to inspire people. You know what I'm saying? The inspiration really comes from, I had a nephew that had committed suicide to a Triple X song called Suicide. Um, and that's really what inspired me to really make a different type of music that people can turn to in times where they feel separated from themselves mentally or emotionally, to just really be able to reconnect with their self and just really get grounded again and be able to move forward. So, outside of that, man, I'm just a loving person that just enjoys music, and I've been enjoying music for years. Um, the fame really doesn't drive me. It's just the passion to just making music that people can really connect with, and just really bringing back that good quality music is really what I'm about.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much me in a nutshell. I guess you could say that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been doing music for like 17 years. It's been a long journey, you know what I'm saying? And really learning from other artists and listening to other artists and really just developing myself. I believe music isn't really about age. It's really about, the passion and just putting the passion behind the music and just carrying it through your life. Cause I believe music is, once you get comfortable with yourself and who you are as an artist, the music just really becomes a part of you, and it's not really something that you're pushing, but really something that you are. So I guess it will never leave me, and I'll just continue to make music based off of my emotions and my feelings and how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I got that ready for Wicked Low too, whenever y'all ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna set it up right now. Share, and let's see. All right, it's ready. It's ready for you.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
Hey,
As time goes by, nigga be puffin' online, really be hoping that it gets me high. They got a nigga going crazy. Tupac had it from the jump. I know from time to time I think about living a nigga slumping. They got a counter for the liquor, a head for the demons. Dear mama, just know I'm sorry, but these fools ain't living. To my oldest baby boy, you know I'm proud of you, boy. Don't be like your old man, keep your head up, boy. Let me drink it with his demons in the settings from the darkness. Flashbacks to times fly, they got me jumping in my sleep. I got a bottle next to me and a couple of pre-rollers. I hate going to sleep, so why in the hell would I want to go back to the streets? And just a couple of more of them things until I get back on my feet. I'm feeling myself and I know I can deal with, but that nectar is sweet. But then I've been thinking to do I really want to, just a quick way to eat and a quick way to sleep. But I'm in the jam, damn. Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you, running back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
I sip and I swallow, clutching that vodka bottle. I got too many problems, I ain't trying to be a role model. See, my future worries, 2020 vision, yeah, my view is cheering. Can you hear me? If you hear me, cause I know I said it clearly. I'm a hard nigga, sipping hard liquor, on my knees praying to God and never walk the yard, nigga. I state my addiction, I'm still a motherfucking man, I state that position. So, my mind troubled, so I sip it slow to chase and make the vodka bubble. Every time I go to sleep, I go to hell. Demons give me trouble. Sorry, mama, love you, but the nectar from the streets is too sweet. It's the quickest way to eat, and I'm addicted. I'm truly afflicted. Every time you pray to God, the devil gets pissed. Real shit, never switch. Real spit. All my niggas feel this. You know I had to kill this. Kill switch.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back.
Dutch, nigga, hold up.
I try to refrain.
Cali Blue, this that shit right here though, nigga.
So sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
Sometimes I wonder why I'm stuck in this game. Sometimes I wonder why I'm stuck in my ways. I guess it's hard for me to change. So hard to refrain, just know the name. Just be killing the game. Shout out to my pop and the homie Lay. Don't be playing no games. Bitch, we going insane. Fuck the fame, I be getting the change. When I was young, I had to say like a bake. What you think? I guess I'm stuck in my past. Still stuck, it's a shame. Damn.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. Stuck in my past, about to relapse. Running back to you.
Yeah.
Joy is crazy, bro.
Yo,
That is
Oh,
absolutely wicked.
I
fact, bro.
seen like on that, I had like the whole performance vision in my head, like a whole jazz band, and really seeing the singer just really emerging on that song, and then y'all just jumping in there with your rap and just really just going around the room, and just the whole vibe and the energy in a jazz club, just freaking amazing, bro.
Yeah,
That was a whole vision. That was a whole, yeah, I went to another place with that.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love that. That was a whole story, a whole vibe. I was there with it.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
really
story.
no, I
enjoyed
almost forgot that I'm hosting this. I was like, I'm like, oh snap! Wait a minute.
Oh man, I appreciate that, everybody. For real,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Definitely.
That's a whole vibe. You should really do that live performance with that thing, man. It will really
it.
bring
Yeah, definitely. There's gonna
some
be a
really.
time where that's gonna there's gonna be a time when that comes into play. You know what I mean? When things pick up and everything's get better, and I make that trip out to California, and, you
Yeah.
know, catch
Oh
up with
yeah,
OG Cat and Dutch and
that'll
all that.
be
We're gonna
epic.
make
Yeah, man. You can make that into like one of those short story the music video things. Like you could have segments in between parts of the song and
Yeah,
stuff. This thing is
yeah,
yeah.
cinematic.
A whole
absolutely.
reel, like I can see that, like a whole
Yeah.
reel play of that, and just really with the lights and the jazz and just really being live with that, like that would be just like a whole movement, really.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
some people don't get to hear too much anymore. It's like
Yeah.
everything animated. That's not animated. That's authentic, and I
Yep.
like that.
Right. That's good. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I can
For
see
sure.
that too. When you was talking about that vision, I was like, picturing that. Like, you're right though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right?
yo, that would be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
You
can see
won't
that
lose
too.
with it. I promise. You will not
So,
lose because ain't nobody doing that. A jazz band and live and just being able to have the reel and then share it on Facebook. Like it will catch a whole vibe from the older crowd and it will
Yep.
go far and long. I promise you. That's
Facts.
beautiful.
uh, big respect, big respect, big respect.
Uh, because sometimes with that, and that's where a lot of artists like, because we don't all have the financial gain, but that's really the only thing that we are like missing. And like for like a song like that, with hiring a videographer to really come in there and record the whole performance and really just create those clips and create a video behind it. That's really the only thing that really holds us back a lot of times. And
Yeah.
you know I feel like a
Right?
song like that would go a long freaking way, with
Yeah,
the right financial backing and the right support and the right push. That's the only thing we're missing a lot of times.
absolutely. You're absolutely right though. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. I give that same speech to my boys. When we chop it up, I'm like, the only thing we really missing is the machine. We got that machine behind us. Then
Yeah,
then we become a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like once we get that machine, listen, sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Facts.
But music lasts forever. So,
It does.
you
It does.
always got time, to really save up and do it the way that you want to do it. And that's why I don't have a
Mhm.
whole lot of videos and a whole lot of visuals out there, is because when I do something, I want to do it right. So, time and pressure and things just doesn't always work out right. I hear a lot of good independent artists that go great songs and then they rush and then they put these reels out and these fake promos and it just tears the whole song up and just destroys the quality of it. So you
Mhm.
definitely doing it right, man. I'm
Appreciate
behind
that.
it.
Yeah, man.
So that's so.
Yeah.
Well, I want to switch on another topic that me and Chris may know a little bit more, but I'm gonna challenge you guys too. Going with Chris, since you were into publishing, do you want to tell everybody a little bit more about your publishing company?
Man, I got a daughter that writes and she really needs a publisher. That would be like heaven sent with that.
The plus side is that you get Canada and the United States with the
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
That's a cool play.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why I'm like, yes.
That's big moves right there. I like. So y'all published the whole book with like the horror copy and everything like that. Hmm. Yeah.
That's
Nice,
really
nice,
cool.
nice.
But see, that's
That's-
when I look up the word visionary. And I want to see how you guys feel about it because some people say visionary, and it was always for me, it meant to be those people who were making a certain amount of money, that success was just about, that dollar sign. But when I really looked at the term, I said, wait a minute, I'm a visionary. So, Chris, let's take it around and let's take it for a spin all the way around and everybody answer. What is your definition of a visionary?
All right,
Beautiful.
so I guess for me, a visionary would be somebody that sees a dream and tries to find something that's really needed, something that's missing in our universe that could help other people. That somebody would go out and do that, no matter what the monetary value is, but because they really want to make a change in the world.
Nice, nice. I mean, I guess for me, being a visionary is like being able to see what you strive to accomplish, um, and exercising those actions in order to reach that goal. Um, it might not always come instantly, but having a vision of where you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? You know the beginning. You don't always necessarily know the middle, but you definitely know the end. And just knowing how to maneuver through the middle to get to the end is really what you when the visionary aspect kicks in, because you're gonna face a whole lot of hurdles along the journey, and just being able to get through those hurdles to really get to the end, you know what I'm saying, and not being satisfied with anything but the result and vision that's in your head, and doing everything in your power to accomplish that. And sometimes when you're on that journey, you know, being a visionary, you're on that journey and you may have an end goal, but it may change in between depending on what you accumulate on your journey. And you may be redirected, and the end result might be different than when you started. So, just being able to vision yourself through, and knowing what you want, but being able to maneuver through the obstacles in order to get an end result, no matter what it is. So, guess that would be my definition of that.
Nice. Yep.
Somebody that doesn't fall easy.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, I was in the middle of something, so I missed the question. I thought terrible in school. I was
Okay,
just
you
missing
know
everything.
what?
Like,
So you keep cutting up. Keep on here. What? Stop playing games, brother. Listen, no, the point was is that I was talking about visionaries, and usually I would put it about money, but what is a visionary to you? What does that mean, being a visionary?
Being a visionary, that's a long one because different. I don't know. I mean, I guess for me taking from it, me being a visionary is just I don't know. It's acting on not taking any shots and just and going about things that that you want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you vision, or whether if it's we out there talking to people because we envision to try and bring everybody together, whatever, or if it's the music career, you know what I mean? Just whatever you envisioning, you just you're a visionary. You're a visionary. You do what comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? And you try to it's I guess it's kind of like one of those bigger than life things. Something that's working on something that's bigger than yourself. Because a lot of times our visions are bigger than ourselves, and that's what we go for. So that to create that movie. So I mean, and just really just not, as bro said, it's not standing for nothing. Not falling. You just if you fall, you get back up. You did just keep going for your vision, and you know what I mean. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah,
Definitely.
there's so many different. You know what I mean? There's so many like different because there's a lot of visionaries. Pop was a visionary. Malcolm X, Martin Luther, everybody's a visionary in their own right. Buckshot Shorty from Boot Camp Flick, you know what I mean? Duck Down
Yeah.
Records,
Yep.
Strange Music, ICP, Juggalos. You got, you know what I'm saying? Myself, 210 and T. So we all vision these things, and we go about. That's our goal. That's our thing. We go about. We do this. You know what I'm saying? Chris is a visionary himself. Drip with creativity. So it's we all do these things. You feel me? I think that in our own right, that's what we do. We just we go about that vision.
Yep.
And that's why I think that one of our hats that we do have to give ourselves is a visionary. Because for me, I'm actually making poetry interesting. People are saying,
Yeah.
that I'm making spoken word. I'm taking it to another different way where I was like, I told you this is what I was going to do,
Yeah.
And stuff, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I take from it. You know what I mean? Personally, that's what, you know what I mean?
Right. So, real quick, I want to play "Same Energy" by Code Red.
Appreciate that. That
Let's go.
that's definitely a vision right there. Same energy.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, same energy. Just to introduce it, same energy is really, because I was online a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I scroll and I see things, and you know, I see a lot of artists. I got a lot of artists on my page, and I see the artists. And 1 minute they're like they're trying to
Oops, sorry.
promote their brand or their music. So when they're trying to promote their brand or their music, they want people to share it. And they say, my song drops tomorrow, could y'all share it out for me or whatnot? And I'd be like, yeah, I got to start like, yeah. But then, you share it or whatnot. And then, the next day you see them saying something crazy like, I don't care about you people and y'all's opinions and thoughts never matter to me. And a whole bunch of nasty stuff to the same people you were just asking to share your stuff. So it was like, I was trying to put a song out there that communicates to people, like give people the same energy that you expect. But at the same time, do not get mad if they give you negative energy and you feed negative energy out there.
Right.
You get what you give out. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the vibe of the song.
Fact. Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Well, I hope y'all like the song even better. It's definitely it's something special to me. I really like same energy.
And that's really the best way to go about it, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just
it's definitely relatable because the fact that we, as artists, we all go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really bothered asking because in the beginning I kind of I saw that, I read that and I understood it. You know what I mean, and overstood it. So I was
Yeah.
like, I ain't asking nobody shit. If you like it, you share it. If not, I ain't back. I ain't mad at
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Pushing. I don't take it to heart. You know, keep that
Yeah,
same energy. You didn't do shit.
yeah. In the same sense, like we're a brand, like, and a lot of artists tend to forget that you're a brand. So
Exactly.
whatever energy you give out, I mean, that you're representing your brand at all times. So if you put nasty energy out there, and that's really why I try to stay away from too much opinionated stuff, like LeBron James being the greatest basketball player of all time. I
Yes.
try to stay, I try to stay away from
Yes.
opinionated
I'm
stuff
with you.
Right.
that can generate an argument or you know, cut me off from somebody that might be listening to me, because my thoughts and my opinions might not be their thoughts and opinions. So me putting my thoughts out there might deter them from listening to my music just because of what I believe in or what my thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I always keep it branded with everything that I do. And when I do give a response, I try to be professional and unbiased in what it is that I'm saying. So it's not saying, okay, I'm with this side, I'm with that side. No, I'm just trying to state an opinion about, you know, the situation in itself, but not really stating exactly where I stand. It's just a thought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just try to stay out of the
I want to sit up there and say, I'm sorry, Terry. She was commenting the entire time on here. Let me read some of the things. There are guys out there rocking it in their 69s. When I remember 3XG Spitz was talking about being too old. Y'all can
Yeah.
you can add on to the pile on Code Red, because he was talking about he had a good like 8 years left. And how old are you again?
42.
So he calling y'all old.
Somebody started something. Got to be started something.
yeah.
Right. He also he wrote the code for Sky V pretty much overnight.
Yeah, I did do that. I write software and stuff too. So, yeah.
Dang. That's dope.
Thank you.
That's dope.
And Kristie, I was gonna say, if you want to send me that email, I'll play it too if you'd like.
Actually, I'm gonna let Code Red send you 2 songs.
All right, dope.
Send him in his email right now so we can put it up on the screen. Because I was playing your music, but honestly, I didn't realize that I had it on mute. So I'm in here jamming and I'm looking for a response after a while. And y'all are up there talking.
We're just chilling in here.
I wonder what happened.
I put it in private chat there, my email address.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me see. I don't know if it's gonna bump me out.
It's also just my name, 3xgspitz@gmail.com. So,
if it does bump you out, then you can always just click it back on.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play Same Energy because I was jamming, y'all. I'm sorry, I was going for it up in here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we can hear
it. I don't think she can hear us over it though.
She's
still jamming.
Right?
Yeah, I want to be in that room. I want to hear the song too.
Real. Like I want to jam out too.
Right?
Leave me out. Like they close the door. It's like somebody closed the door and you hear the music. You can't really hear, but you know somebody banging the music. And like I want to be in the party. Come on.
That's all right, man. We about to get this joint going, bro. As soon as these email comes in, I already got my screen shared, so as soon as the email comes in, I'm ready.
People got me lost, got me feeling true. All that negative energy that you kicking, man. It's like I'm on the mound, hit them with an open hand, and I'm the catcher throwing time. Pay attention, man. I'm trying to teach you how to win, son. Once you running in circles, you'll never get it done. Can't get your tongue when you're in the booth with dogs. It's like riding down the street with that heavy ball, and I'm in the side seat with the beams on. Tired of living in the dark, man. Gotta elevate your mind to a better place. All the hate that you keep the light out. Always seeing the post, but never hit the light out. It's like painting a picture you never see, right? Trying to paint a picture you can see. That same energy you bringing on the scene, son. That's the same energy when they pull the gun. Trigger empty, so you shooting out lights out. You can't see the sun, like you have another time. Yeah, but I'm just giving you this. Can't drag sticks, son, if you kick the butt. It's like empty clicks, son, when you pick it up. Try to load it in you. Mike Tyson fight against a featherweight fight. Guaranteed to knock that man out of freaking place. But heavy hitters never lay down. It's like you see that's how the late you hate the now. Yeah, being patient with your hating, but you're falling down. It's like the weights on your shoulders and you're falling down. Going to ground, looking up. Now I got the crown. Yeah. Let me show you how to elevate. A better mind guaranteed to be a better way. It's like you're sitting in a room with the light strong. There's a monster in the closet with the night strong. And you yelling for your mom, cut the lights on. Let me show you that there's nothing there. If you open up your mind, you can see it clear. All that negative energy just a waste of time. It's like a turtle in the head at the finish line. All that work you put up to just a waste of time. Yeah, but I'm just giving you the
Yes, sir.
From what I can hear while the door is closed, I like it.
That's love.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. From what I can hear, I fuck with it. I'm definitely gonna look that up. Bang that. I like that.
I appreciate that.
Man.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah, I
dog, look at
apologize because, like I was telling them, that with when I'm on my computer, everybody's hearing noise, and I don't know what it is because I'm thinking it's somebody else's mic, but it's actually coming from my computer. So I did not want to sit up there and do a disservice by playing it on the computer and it be nothing but noise. You know what I mean? And nobody can hear anything. So that's why I just pumped it all the way up, you know what I mean, on my speakers as loud as possible and having the phone to it to be like, okay, y'all can have some kind of taste of what's going on, and that way it'll make you drive to go and look for everybody's stuff because everybody's got something special and doing things within the writing world and the music world. So we're gonna keep this going for a moment. And anybody want to say something to Code Red about Same Energy?
Yeah.
Appreciate that. that goes a long way. I really need it. Like I'm always grateful for, anybody that, takes the time out to listen, no matter what the numbers say, no matter where the numbers go, I always, I'm always at the bottom in my mind. I'm always humble, and I just continue to go and just make the music and continue to make passionate music and try to stay out of the light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people get caught in that light, and I had a habit of doing that before, and it really blocked what I was trying to do as an artist. So I had to learn to not pay attention to the light and just do what you feel in the heart with the music, So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And like I said, I rock with that, man. That song right there. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely go back and listen to it more, because I like what I was hearing. I just couldn't hear, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm definitely gonna go back and actually listen to it on my own and really vibe. But what I heard right there, it was definitely that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy.
Well, we'll definitely be able to hear it when we go ahead and I'll have 3XG Spitz. I'll have him pull up 2 songs that
Yeah.
he sent, so that way we can listen to real quick. You guys all had pretty much the questions that I was asking you, except for you, Code Red, because I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. I am so excited that you made it.
For you, yeah.
Let me bring you up to speed because I asked pretty much everybody these questions about what made you journey into music, going into you being signed the first time you got signed to where you are at now. Give us a vision of that part, please.
Um, it really just started, when I was young, in high school, and I was trying to find a way to really like fit in, and find my place within the high school. Um, and I was kind of like a comedian at first, you know what I'm saying? But then I started joking around with like lyrical content and stuff like that. And guys actually liked it. They embraced it. So they would ask me to freestyle, at the lunch table all the time. So that's what kind of merged me into it and I really liked the attention that I was getting from that and really made me feel included, because I was around a whole bunch of football players, basketball players, and they were doing great things. And I was just trying to find my way to fit in, you know what I'm saying? And then later on after that, I got, started listening to the Notorious B.I.G. And that's really where the passion kicked in, like the creativity and the storytelling and stuff like that. So I kind of memorized his whole album, Ready to Die, from beginning to the end. And, I just like the feel of, just being in the living room and I cranked the, Ready to Die up and I just be down there role playing like I was him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it really empowered me and inspired me, and then throughout the course of time, I was just always going through high school. I always had headphones on. I was always listening to music. You couldn't even really talk to me. Still to this day, I always got headphones on, like constantly. So I'm constantly listening to music and just really trying to perfect you know, what I want my sound to be like and everything. But throughout the course of time, I was in Pennsylvania and then I came to North Carolina. And I never really took music seriously, until I got to North Carolina. And I got down here and just really got connected with hip hop cinema, and they kind of pulled me in because a guy that was in that group, uh, D-Walk 85, he was working with me at the time, and I told him I did music, but I was still kind of shy about it. But he kind of pulled me out the closet and got me behind the mic and really took me out to the showcases, pretty much, opened me up to the underground movement of music altogether. So then from there, I just really picked it up and I just really started making music, and really just getting into it. And that's where I met people like TJ Super Hype and Christina White and DJ Grace and a whole bunch of people through the internet and really connected with them. And then through that, Christina White had told me that she had somebody that tried to make her a jingle for her show or tried to make her an actual song, you know what I'm saying? So I said, let me get a shot at it, and she was skeptical at first. She was like, you can try, but I doubt, if I'd like it or whatnot. And that's where I created Journey of Love, and she loved it. And then from there, she signed me to her label, which I was on for I think 2.5, 3 years. And it just really helped me mold and develop my style on a professional backdrop because I already had the talent, but I didn't really have the professionalism that I needed. So she really helped create that in me. And then through that, I met people like Kristie herself that really just gave me that extra nudge behind me and made me believe in my music a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And through that development, I started creating better songs, because people were actually starting to listen then. So, it's really people like her that really inspire me to keep creating music, keep going. and keep pushing. And through that, it has went a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm highly grateful for anybody that takes the time to listen. But that's pretty much me in a handful. I'm not really looking for anything big. It's just, I just live music every single day and just, participate and do the things that I need to do, regardless of where it goes, and just enjoy the journey, pretty much.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. And I appreciate you, because there's many conversations, and it was nice to be able to a lot of people think that when you're and rightfully so, when you're doing something, then people are going to come to you, and they might come to you sideways or looking for something, and so it's nice that you understood that what I said was what I meant, and it was that your style and everything else, and I wanted to be able to really, not just be a fan but actually work with you, and having a good friendship of building where the Queen of Heartbreak was birthed because of, your song. And I was like, oh, I should do that, and it took me a couple years, but here I am, and I did it. And it's like, yes, so it's out now, and it's like, okay, so that's what
It
I'm
is
talking about,
beautiful.
So
It's beautiful.
anybody wants to jump in real quick on this topic about, the inspirations that we have from each other?
Right.
Yep. Yep. I feel
Amazing.
that. I definitely feel that. I mean, I've been unemployed for the last 2 months, and we were still, making big donations to set up this day for the kids, that pre-summer cookout that we're doing for the youth here up in my city in Pittsburgh. So I know exactly what you mean. Like I just had to take money from what we make from the music, and my wife chipped in some of her 401k. You know what I mean? So we're putting together. We're still making it happen, and because we really care about the community. I literally need money, you know what I mean? But I know the universe is going to provide back for me, and I just want to keep moving forward and doing the right thing, you know what I mean? So I feel you.
He said Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm
Yeah,
from
there's a couple.
Washington. It's right outside of Pittsburgh. That's
Oh,
dope.
okay. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we could work on something, man.
Yeah. I like that.
Definitely,
You know,
brother.
but for me, it's like, well, how I always envisioned everything is like, it's like my famous quote is like, in order to be successful, you got to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And by that means, I mean, like, you got to be passionate about other people's stuff just as much as you're passionate about your own,
Hmm.
because you create this umbrella, you know what I'm saying, that can really expand far and wide. Different people do different things, and some rappers might be able to rap faster than me. Some might be able to hit the punchlines, the bars better than me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a certain skill, creative art. Anything can really be a part of music when you really look at it. It's just a matter of how you incorporate it. So I consider everything and everything everybody does, and I take it very seriously. Like, when you present something to me and tell me it's something that you're interested in, and I'm just as passionate about it, you know, as I am about my own stuff, that I would be about your stuff. So you know, and I try to share people out, try to help people get there. I'm not like one of those people that say, okay, let me hit the share button and never pay attention to them. No, I'm actually paying attention to what you're doing because I'm interested, because it could benefit me in the long run, you know, in anything that I do. Like Kristie is creating something amazing. I look forward to the feature that she asked me to be a part of. And I just like being creative and just coming up with different ways and of doing stuff. And just like the jingle that I just did for the Jamie Lynn show that is on Spotify, she wanted to build a Spotify for mental health awareness podcast. So she needed a song for it. So I created a song for her to use for her podcast, and that goes a long way for me because now it stretches into, you know, a whole different range of listeners, you know, that I might have never reached if it wasn't for her. So it can help you reach even further when you care more about other people's stuff, for real.
Right, because you just started off with good intent. You had no idea where it was going to go to, and now it's like, oh wow, I see, you know. But you had it in your heart already, so you was already going to do it. Then the universe just pick it up and run with it.
Yeah,
right.
And
And I
I was
got
at like I was at like 10 listeners, you know, and through the course of time, like now I look at my Spotify, I looked at it and it's like 1,900 listeners. And I'm like, where's this stuff coming from? I have no idea, but I'm highly grateful. You know what I'm saying? Very grateful.
Wicked, did you want to say something?
Oh yeah. I do gotta say something real quick. I was gonna I definitely follow it with what Cole Red was saying because that's what happened. It kind of similar that happened to me with my boy Mac Malone doing the journalist, the KC journalist. He had wanted the intro for the, you know what I mean, you know, a jingle or whatever, the intro for the thing he doing. He go out there and he does, you know, news around, you know, Kansas City. So I did something like that for him, and people like, you know, it's crazy, but it's, you know, I was definitely proud of him for doing what he's doing though, because that's a big step. You know what I mean? He's a revolutionist as well. So and he's a good spitter. You know what I mean? He's dope. So I also wanted to shout to everybody on here, man. I do got unfortunately jump off. I got to finish some of these assignments. I have to do a few things, but definitely go rare. Shout out to you, Chris.
Salute, man.
It's big to all y'all, man. I really wanted to stay on more because I was that time like, oh man, it's already. I got to go get this done before it gets too late.
Yes,
I
sir.
gotta get ready to do the same thing.
I mean, hopefully, if y'all still on when I get done, if it don't take too long, I definitely will tap in. But for now, just in case, big salute to everybody on here.
Absolutely.
To anybody watching, big shout out, salute to y'all. You know, shout out to the whole Two Tempted family, Corner Boy, Blue Loco if he comes back, my brother Israel, everybody, Kristie, shout out to you and thank you for having me on here. I love y'all, I love you. And you know what I'm saying, stay righteous, man. Let's keep it going.
Yes,
Do
sir.
what we do.
Peace, brother.
All visionary.
Yes, I'll make sure everybody has each other's information. I think that 3XG is the only one that doesn't have it, but he will by the end of the show. And also, before you leave out, Christy Bacon came in, and Jackie Lounge came in. These are 3XG Spits people that are coming in and saying I had a lot of things. I'm sorry that I didn't get to you guys because they're really talking. But when you guys come in, and also Terry Malvito said good evening, gents, to you all. So thank you, Wicked. We're going to play something else for Code Red. And then I'm going to end up wrapping up the show. So it's another 10 minutes. Can you spare that 10 minutes?
I do got to run in and get some of this done.
I got you.
Yeah, I do got to run and get some of this done.
So I'll make sure that we tap in, and then we'll do another thing again too. And keep in mind, in June we're going to do another mental health awareness.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing, and of course you're being that. So thank you for helping me tonight with being my co-host. We appreciate you, Brigadier. Give love to the kid.
I love this. You know what I mean? And at the same time, hey, Chris, we got to set up another one too, man, because we got so much we're doing, so much work, so much. You know what I'm saying? So,
like Chris got the keys over there.
yeah.
Chris got the
You
keys,
know,
man.
Right. And go Red 3X, I want to get up with y'all as well. You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
I have a lot of work going on, so I want to see if we can get somewhere in the works ourselves. Chris, you
Yes,
already
sir.
know you always working on something, so we're doing something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Whenever,
here, man.
I'm
you know what I
down.
mean? Especially whenever I can get a time to break away from these classes. But let me hurry up and do this, get this done, and I'm a you know I'm gonna turn it on so I can be there to listen. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So I'll be in
sir.
Yeah,
the
well, have
comments.
a great Memorial Day weekend, and blessings to you, man.
Peace, brother.
I didn't know. I didn't. Peace. I didn't even know it was Memorial Day weekend. See that? I'm old.
You know what?
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
good night, sir. Go lay down, sir.
I'm out.
It's bedtime. Look.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, so we kind of rubbed it in your face. All right, so 3XG Spitz, do you have that up for us?
I didn't get an email from like the Code Red. I didn't get a Code Red email yet.
Oh,
But
let me
Okay.
try again. Let me try
Okay.
again.
In the meantime, Chris, what is your favorite book that you read that took you on a journey to really loving words? Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, definitely. Feelings are important.
Well, I have to say that Jackie Collins, her books, Lucky, that was my series. I mean, and because I don't know, I'm not going to incriminate myself in no kind of way. So don't nobody come knocking for me or nobody coming and I'm disappearing or nothing like that. I'm just saying that I like that mafia type thing and women being a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I found it to be intriguing. So with her and then with Terry McMillan, she was like one of those people that also, but I have to say, my all time favorite book that I read was the Malcolm X. That was absolutely epic because when I was growing up, I never heard of him. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
hear about him until I was like 16, and I only heard about him as being a park in Washington D.C. My sister was
Oh,
going, and she was like, "You know what? I'm going to the Malcolm X park, you know." So she's like, "So you behave yourself, you know what I mean, and everything else." And I'm like, "Okay, you know," and so I'm like glad that she's gone. But I was like, "Oh, how cool of a name, Malcolm X," you know. And so not until then, 3 years later, the gentleman I met that ended up being two of my children's father, he put the book in my hands, and I really went deep into tapping into my own biography of myself and what it takes and what does it mean when between religion and spirituality. Number one, that I got out of that, how you're able to change your mind and see things that you weren't able to see before and be able to go with that even though it goes against the grain. I think that that was something that really put me on uh, into those directions where I just loved the wording. And then to the the books where it was the movie, the series Game of Thrones.
um,
It
it,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Y'all hear me
Y'all hear
echoing?
me echoing?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
just
just because
because Code Red just
Code
came
Red
back.
just came back.
Yeah, that might have been it. It's not doing it now.
I want to.
I want to.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
You might have
You
to
might have to
reload
reload
Code Red
Code
because
Red because
sometimes when you come
sometimes when you
back,
come back,
it does that
it does
echo
that
thing.
echo thing.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to
Sometimes
close
you have to
out the
close
browser
out the
and come right
browser and
back.
come right back.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, let me try that.
Yeah, it should be okay once he reconnects.
Yeah. So when I have something in the works that I'm not going to give away the title because it's funny how when I talk about the title of what I'm writing, people find it fascinating because they never heard of the way that I put it together. They never heard of it. So I said, "Oh, let me keep it quiet then." So,
Yeah.
but it is definitely something that has that feel of when I grew up. My sisters, I'm the youngest out of 4 girls, so it was funny because if I had a problem, then I would go to my one sister, and then she would stay up and tell my eldest sister what's going on, and then that way, by the time I woke up in the morning, then my third oldest sister would tell me what the plan was. So we had that structure, like, okay, my sister was the boss, you know. So it's like that kind of feeling to it because if you really look at some things, we can see without having to say, okay, it's mafia related, but it's about that structure that you have that hierarchy that you go to. And Matt, I'd like to ask you that question, but I want to say, Terry says it's amazing what a little selflessness can do sometimes. That is absolutely so true. And she was asking, what is everyone's social media links? We're definitely going to put that in there for you.
Yeah, that's
How can
wifey right there. She
Yes,
helps out
yes.
with all the pods and everything. She's trying to think of everything that to try to help everybody out. I love her so much, man. Thank you, honey.
I got it under control now, I think.
Cool.
Okay. Yes. See, that's why. Yes. 3XG Spitz, you rule, man. You rock.
Thank you. IT
So,
guys
okay.
on the pod.
Well, we thank your wife for coming in, and yes, I will make sure everybody has it. And Jackie Lounge says your music always does weird shit to my spirit, though. I can't lie.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I'm
know
out
what you're talking
soldier.
about.
We are building homeless communities together, not doing music. I'ma be me for life, media, management, healthcare.
Yeah. she's a wild one, but she supports our music. I don't know exactly what she means there, but who knows, man. But I appreciate that, she reshared it out to a bunch of people and stuff. Um, and my music might not be for everybody, you know what I mean? But it's still nice to have people that support the movement and what I'm doing with the homeless shelters and all that stuff, that they can see beside the music that I'm here for a higher purpose, So yeah.
And
So
that's important.
one thing that I'm going to do as question wise, and then let's get into the music and we can wrap up behind the music. And I want to go ahead and ask Chris, what is the best way that and why should people reach out to you for not only the publishing but podcasting, interviews, all that good stuff that you do? How can they get into it, and tell us what is unique about you that makes it like, yes, I want to do this? Mm.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely why I adore you. So, Matt, please, same question to you, sir.
I mean, I guess because I have a lot of knowledge about the music stuff, the underground scene, and a lot of the marketing and stuff like that. I'm learning. Um, I do a lot of different things, and I can do some things for you more inexpensively, especially if you're a starting artist. You got to definitely be careful. Let me tell you, please, as a starting artist, don't be paying $75 per mix because you don't need it yet. You can, you're going to, but like to put stuff out, you really don't need that. So just look for resources, not even just myself, but if you do want to, I do mixing and mastering, but look for your resources, try things out, look on Fiverr, you know what I mean? Don't just go because you see a high price, or your homie that has like 5,000 monthly listeners said, "Yeah, man, this is who I use." Like just live within your means, you know what I mean? And but yeah, I love helping people. I don't really like understand money aside from being evicted a few times. I know I need it to not have that happen, but like I don't really value money. I value relationships and time and bartering. So I think that would be a good reason, because I just want us all to win and press forward. And I believe in the positivity, like Chris was saying. I mean, that's what you got to move with. There is a ton of negativity, and right now in the universe, it seems like a lot of long-term friendships and relationships are being torn apart. So in order to stay with the people that are important, why this is shifting and stuff, and why things are changing, we have to like hold on and grasp on even harder, you know what I mean? So that's what I would say. Thank you, brother.
I think that it's important, and also with the software. Like, if I want to create some kind of software, then I would go to you as well.
Yes, if it's a web-based software, yes. I write in PHP, using Laravel as my framework. I work with databases and stuff like that. And I have right behind me, you can't really see it, but I have 3 Dell 740s with the RAID array and everything that runs our radio station and battery backup. So like when the wind comes in, the power goes out, the radio station stays up. So I actually, like, a lot of people do the thing where they do a radio station by like going on a service and just uploading a bunch of MP3s. I actually have the software that I made myself behind me that runs it. And then also I have like a DJ table, which let me see if I can so I do live DJ hours on my online streaming service. So it's a real radio station, just digitally, which is a little bit different than a lot of the online streaming radios. It's not just a playlist. We really do stuff for the artists. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
thank you.
And definitely, that's why it's like, okay, one of my new best friends, because
Thank you.
I'm finding like right on this panel here. All right, like I don't need too much of anything else because I got it all covered right here. Code Red, same thing with you. How can people connect with you, and why should they connect with you?
Well, basically, they can connect with me on Facebook under Christopher Bailey, or under Code Red, the Guard Code Red, on all platforms. You can find me. Outside of that, I feel like people should really connect with me for the simple fact that I have a sense of empathy that you're not going to find in very many artists. And by that I mean, especially with features, if you're looking for a major level feature, but on a affordable level, I feel like I'm the perfect person for that. You can give me any subject, any topic, and I find a way to create something big out of something small. just the way that I look at it. I always carry myself on an industry standard level, even though I'm not on that level, but I always carry myself on that level. And like I said, I have a sense of empathy when it comes to music. As far as businesses and things like that, I really specialize in jingles. So if anybody's trying to promote or push anything through Facebook or anything like that, and you need a jingle, you can just give me a simple topic and I can pick the beat, I can create the whole song for you. And all you need to tell me is what you want it to be about. And I will create something fantastic for you that'll really boost your brand and push you to the next level. That's really what I think I specialize in, and that's probably the song that y'all was going to hear is the Jamie Lynn Show, the song that I made for her. But yes, I'm very creative in what it is that I do. I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm really about making passionate music that really has a purpose that can stand the test of time, so to speak. And I'm just a really humbling guy. You're not just going to get good music from me, but you're going to get a good friendship and a good support system anytime you connect with me. So it isn't just about music. It's about me supporting you and hopefully you doing the same with me, and us growing to build a bigger relationship that can expand beyond music, and just really be a support system for each other. So it ain't just about music. If you're just looking for a support system, that's good too.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
It
you
started
good?
playing. It started playing. I was getting it loaded
Right.
up because you said a
Yeah,
different song than I had loaded up, and I was like, "Oh, that one. Hold up."
yeah, that one's the same. I think that's the same energy from the
Oh, okay.
sound
Oh,
of it.
I got same energy too. Yep.
Oh no, I thought I sent you the Jamie Lynn jingle,
I got
but I might be.
celebration mix and same
Oh,
energy.
celebration. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, that's the
All
one
right,
I
cool.
sent
So what we're
you.
gonna do is that, like I said, so that way we can listen to the music. Chris, I would like to say, what is one of the positive things that you, or if it's one or two, that's fine, from the show tonight? The Fire Bar is Friday, and it's always about just kicking it on a Friday evening with good people and having good conversation. What do you think?
That's dope. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
It goes down the line, y'all. It goes
Oh,
down the
oh, okay,
line.
okay, okay. I see. I didn't learn. I did it right the first couple of times. All right, here we go. But no, I'm very thankful. I think that this is one of those special times that like we just thought we were gonna hang out, but now I feel like we have like some kind of empowered circle here with the four of us, there are five of us actually, with the gentleman Wiccid Lo that was here as earlier. That we have like this great energy, that a lot of us, I didn't even know about you all, but I can tell by talking to you, because there's ways that you communicate without words. Like I can feel the energy, and we all have some of the same drive. We are all here on a positive thing. We all know that our blessings aren't just from ourselves, aren't just that of ourselves, but that we're part of this caustic record. We have, we're accessing it and amplifying it, and we're here for a purpose to help other people. And I think we ran into a great circle now, man, and I'm happy to see what we do in the future.
Dope, dope, dope. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, man.
um, from me, from what I take from it, a tree has branches, so to speak. So when a tree grows, the branches come out of the tree, and I really feel like that's a lot that you get from having something like this is the fact that the tree and the source of it and it really brings out the branches with people having different qualities and benefits that they bring to the music and just having it all in one place at one time, I feel like is amazing. And I feel like, you know, we don't get enough of that free will to really elaborate and really just speak openly. Because a lot of times it's interviews and, you know, it's pre-questions and a lot of stuff like that. And you don't really get to, you know, veer off and just really be a people person. So I feel like this gives you it brings the people personality into the music and just allows you to be free-willed within your craft and be comfortable expressing your craft and being professional, but at the same time sharing the passions of what you do with other people and them sharing their passions with you as well. So I think it's something amazing that should be done quite frequently, and you know, it really isn't done enough at all. So I thank you, Chris. Definitely.
I thank you guys, because that's what I've always been and liked doing, was to it not all be about me. I was never one of those people. It's like, you know, when I meet somebody, it's like, oh, you got to meet this person, you know what I mean? And oh, you got to meet that person, you know? So tonight I took away from it that, you know, from the old friendships that I have had, you know, to the new one with 3XG Spits, that this is something glorious, because I think that everybody's taking away something positive tonight. And what we're going to do is go ahead and have 2 of the Code Red songs, 3XG, I'm sorry. See, there I go. It's bedtime. 3XG Spits, you can end with your song. So we're going to say thank you, everybody, for watching us, that tuned in, those that are going to come in and replay, hit it for us. Please, you will see the links and everything. I will make sure that you have them, so that way you can follow everybody. They've given you ample amount of information why you should go and tune in with them, why you should link in with them. Positivity brings out positive things. We love you. This is Fire Bars Friday with your hostess, Kristie L. Farley. We appreciate you. One love. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, it's playing on a different browser. My bad. There we go.
This the guard code red. And sometimes in life you gotta take the time out to celebrate. It's official. Through all the struggle, all the pain, gotta keep elevating, man. Yeah. Let's go. Half the people in my life lost to suicide. That's a self-reflection pain that I kept inside. Had me thinking every day about a self-pad. Got me looking through this pain like an hourglass. I'm hanging out my purpose, living on a clothesline. Trying to see my purpose forward, but it's past time. You gotta celebrate the struggle with the pain, dog. Cause when you fall into the ground, that's what you stand on. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dog. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dog. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. If you gonna strive for purpose, understand the pain. You can't understand Abel, never knowing Cain. Strain from this life, lashes laid across my back. I Google life purpose, search and put it on the map. We pain, suffer through this life and never see the gain. Self-reflected in the sun, never in the shade. Shadow visions of a life that never passed. passed down. So I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dog. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. Yeah, it's the God Code Ray. It's official. Let's celebrate, man. Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Definitely. That's one of them songs I really was thinking about my nephew that had committed suicide when I thought of this song, and I said, I wanted to create something, that people can turn to, you know what I'm saying? And it was in thought of him, like, because I was really undervaluing my own life in the situation. So I wanted to reunite myself and have something that'll reunite myself when I start being hard on myself and being down on myself, and be able to say, just celebrate this. You know what I'm saying?
Man. That was
No matter the
touching, man.
outcome.
Definitely touching. I felt the emotion in that, man. I felt it in my chest, especially the last hook and verse. I don't know, something in that one was like, I felt a lot of energy in that, like a lot of, yeah, man.
Yeah. That's love.
Yeah,
I
man.
love that. Thank y'all.
No
Truly,
doubt.
man.
So we got the second one right here. The second one is same energy. So we ready to hear
I
that?
get it. Yeah, you get to hear it
Absolutely.
right
Let's
now.
roll with it.
All right, here we go.
You know, man, people try to give you negative energy, but I ain't with that. I need that positive energy. Yeah. Code Red. It's official. Same energy, man. Yeah.
How you wanna try and feel some way toward me? Tell when I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
Same energy, man.
Tell me why you wanna feel some kind of way towards me. Tell me when I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
I try to keep a fresh mind when I'm in the booth. But these people got me lost, got me seeing truth. All that negative energy that you kicking, man, it's like you on the mound, pitching with an open hand. And I'm the catcher throwing signs, pay attention, fam. I'm trying to teach you how to win, son. But you running in circles, you'll never get it done. Cat got your tongue when you're in the booth with dog. It's like riding down the street with the heavy fall. And I'm in the side seat, cut the beams on. Tired of living in the dark, man. Gotta elevate your mind to a better plan. All that hate that you throwing, you'll never see the light. Always seeing the post, but never hit the light. It's like painting a picture you never see, right? Try to paint a picture you can see. That same energy you bringing on the scene, son. That's the same energy when they pull the gun. Trigger empty, so you shooting out blanks now. You can't see the sun blocked by them hated clouds.
Some way toward me. Tell when I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
Same energy, man. Yeah.
Tell me why you wanna feel some kind of way towards me. Tell me when I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
Can't drive stick, son, if you can't clutch. It's like an empty clip, son, when you pick it up. Try to load it in your gun and you're shooting blank. It's like Mike Tyson fighting gets a featherweight. Guaranteed he knocked that man out of his freaking place. But heavy hitters never lay down. It's like you teeter-totter life when you're hating now. You're being patient with the hating, but you're falling down. It's like the weight's on your shoulders as you're falling down. You're on the ground looking up, now I got the crown. Let me show you how to elevate. A better mind guaranteed to be a better way. It's like you're sitting in a room with the light strong. There's a monster in the closet with the knife drawn. And you're yelling for your mom, cut the lights on. Let me show you that there's nothing there. If you open up your mind, you can see it clear. All that negative energy just a waste of time. It's like the turtle in their hair at the finish line. All that work you put in was just a waste of time.
When I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
Same energy, man.
Tell me why you wanna feel some kind of way towards me. Tell me. When I'm just giving you the same energy you gave me.
Man, I appreciate y'all's love and support, man.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
oh my God, bro. And now I'm like, what song do I pick? Like, what the? Oh my God. How am I good? I don't even. Oh my God. That was amazing, bro.
That's love. I appreciate
Oh,
that so
man.
much, man. Truly, I do.
Oh
I
my
And
just
going
want.
back into his work, and that's why I said that when I first heard him, it was on that I felt like a Jay-Z level where
Yeah.
he carved his own lane with his music, and that's what was like, okay, yeah, you're going to stand the test of time. So, and when we got to hear from 3KG Spit, so Code Red, you're going to enjoy this
Okay,
music
for
from
sure.
him.
I look forward
Yeah,
to
I
it.
And
just
with
I got some. I mean, we were gonna I'll play like a little bit of some of them. The main one I want you to hear is this one called "Waiting," because you know, I want to play one that doesn't is not so abrasive.
play it all the way. Listen, play it all the way through. If somebody has to go, that's fine. We understand that because
Okay.
I've ran people. Everybody's been hanging with me out for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So just go ahead and roll out. If anybody has to roll out, we thank you again for
Very
being
much.
here. But let's go ahead and play some music. It's a Friday. What else? Let's just
Right.
do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a
Well, this
list.
one right here is one that I wrote to my wife. A buddy of mine, King RM. He's a super dope singer. He does like R&B and stuff like that. So he's gonna be getting on the end of this. But since this is I'm doing previews, let you guys hear the verse that I wrote for it and stuff like that. So this one will be coming out, I guess, in on 8/20. But
3HG, baby. King RM.
I know that you're worth it,
The
baby.
feel's hot.
Yeah, it don't matter what
We
it
6
comes.
feet deep in this joke. Been
It
in
don't
5,
matter
baby.
what it comes.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania all day. Stand up, Philly. Hey.
I know that you're worth it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter what it costs, baby. I know that you're worth it. I just wanna make it last, baby. I know I ain't perfect. I know that you're worth it. I still make it last, baby. I know that you're worth it. It don't matter what it costs, baby. I know that you're worth it. I just wanna make it last, baby. I know I ain't perfect. I know that you're worth it. I still make it last, baby. I know that you're worth it. You deserve it. You the best I ever heard of. Sweet from your feet to the look in your eyes. Yeah, I love it when you roll over and put me in your thighs. On your back, on your side. Yeah, I love the way you ride. On the blunt and we can hide. Yeah, we look up to the sky. I'm really that guy. Yeah, I'm really down to ride. She said she like my vibe and she wanna join my tribe. Got a whole lot of money, a whole lot of whips. Nobody rolling up cause they knowin' what it is. I'm 3HG and London love every hood that I'm in. All them gangsters rolling up, they really my friends. Got a big old crib and a big old den full of army guns and shit. Please don't make me have to spin. Yeah, please don't make me have to spin.
Please, please, please. Yeah. 3HG, baby. Miller 5.
so I'll run through them real quick. So that one, like I said, that one's for my wife.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you so
You,
much.
you got a special touch for hooks. You
Oh,
got
thank you,
you
brother.
creating some unforgettable hooks and really a club vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I know if I
Thank
ever need
you,
a
man.
club track, I know who to come find.
Oh, thank you so much. You know why? Because I sucked at hooks, so I started doing them before my verses because verses were always easier for me. So So I'm just now feeling like I'm at the point where I have marketable music. I'm real honest with myself, you know, about what I'm doing, and I know my music wasn't ready to be marketed. But I think with these newer songs, I think I'm at a point where they can at least be like digested by a lot more people, because it had to be like people that really mess with me before, you know, they're like, oh yeah, I like that, but like they have a love for you that people from the outside don't have. I'm trying to captivate everyone and bring them in so I can spread the message about opening my vocational homeless shelters. That's my ultimate goal. So a lot of my music might be hardcore and stuff because that's where I'm from, but like I have a real higher purpose, and I tell everybody, like, don't come checking me on this gangster stuff. Y'all know where I'm from, but I don't live that life. I'm not a gang banger. You know what I mean? But I respect the code and everything like that. And I'm not gonna go snitch on nobody or do anything disrespectful. But like, you know, I'm talking about stuff that already happened. I'm not saying I'm trying to go to war with nobody. You know what I mean? I'm telling stories of my life. So,
But the
so
biggest,
go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say the biggest thing that I beat my head, and it was just this year or like the end of last year where I really grasped it, where it was like I had to learn that every artist has their own lane and you have your own fan base, and it's just a matter of finding it. Don't try to be like anybody else but yourself, you know what I'm saying? And
Thank you,
just
bro.
stick to what you love, and your fan base, just let your fan base come to you. Too many times artists try to chase after their fan base and they
Right.
get lost trying to
Yep.
chase, and they lose their self in it, and then the music sounds crazy because they're rapping or doing songs that they ain't really feeling, but they're trying to get the fan base. Yeah, it's
I've
just
seen that.
stick to what you're doing. Stick
Thank
to
you,
what you're
bro.
doing and what you like, and your fan base will find you. I promise you.
Thank you
And
so
that's
much.
including in our writing as well, you know. And Chris, I know that you can touch on that too. It's like we have to write from the heart, because if we're not feeling it, like other people can feel it too, that wait a minute, your heart's not in it.
Right.
Yeah, facts. That's big
Yeah.
facts.
Yep.
That's why I
I'm
don't
trying to
even.
make my songs a lot shorter now, you know, between 2 minutes, 3 minutes and 30 seconds is the max I'm trying to go. So like I'm not trying to do 4 feature tracks anymore, even though I love to, but you know, just to keep with the times of the music.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
Lucky,
Yeah,
man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'll get in
yeah,
touch with you, brother. Definitely get in touch with you, bro.
Love you so much.
yeah,
Thank you again. Blessings to you. Be safe and everything.
All right.
yeah.
I got a
I kind
couple
of got.
more I can rock out whenever if you guys have time.
Yeah,
I,
please do. Keep it
well,
rolling.
I gotta get
Peace,
back
y'all.
to this shit.